So you ready for the show tonight?
They blocked the kick.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty exciting, but we got a show to do, Josh.
They blocked the kick.
Is that all you're gonna say?
They blocked the kick.
Whatever.
Oh my god, we did it!
I don't want to hear it from a guy who's half his fan base is Swifties. Broncos country, let's cry.
Back to the Super Bowl. Why'd they put the trash cans next to the Cowboys helmet?
You could take it and shove it up your face. What I really need to be hearing from you, though, is thank you.
Good afternoon, football fans, and welcome to the Week 10 recap of the Trajan Sportcast. I am your host, professional wrestler, and, albeit by a miracle, still undefeated Kansas City Chiefs fanatic, Christian Temple, joined alongside, as always, by the very excited, because, wow, that was a hell of a game for his team, too, terrible towel twirling Trajan. How we doing this fine day, my friend?
A touchdown in every quarter.
Yep, I saw that. 7-7-7-7, there it is.
I don't know what to say. Besides, we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Oh man, I meant to show this to you earlier too. This week at Sports Ball, urinating tree went Yinzer mode activated again. It was a pretty funny clip. So
yeah, the Yinzer mobile too.
The Yinzer mobile. Okay, you did see it. Alrighty, awesome. That was funny. Oh man. I can't wait for your own version of the Yinzer mobile when you beat the Ravens this week. That might be something we could add a clip into the show or something like that.
Oh, it's going to be great.
It's not even going to be in a lawnmower. It's going to be like in your Buick Investa or something like that. Or might have to figure something out. But yes, there is no I don't want to talk about it this week. Both of our teams were successful in our respective matchups. But I'll go ahead and give the floor to you. You had a bye week to stew and wait and everything too. So let's flip on over now. The Pittsburgh Steelers take care of business on the road against the Washington Commanders.
Washington Commanders that were red hot coming into here. Jaden Daniels looks like the front runner for Rookie of the Year, which deservedly so. I mean, he's definitely shaping into the top quarterback prospect that a certain other team maybe should have drafted instead, but we won't get into that. Yes, 28-27, Pittsburgh Steelers win. We got a little help there, but in the end, the team held up. When the defense couldn't just hold them down to just a low-scoring game, our offense stepped up. The game should have been a little bit more. It should have been more than just a one-point game. We did fumble like right on the one with Warren. So
1 week I pick him up in fantasy.
So it would have been nice for that to happen, but, we'll take it. A win's a win. Russell Wilson, I mean, the stats really aren't lights out here. I mean, he did have 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, one that he wishes he probably had back. I mean, he was falling towards the ground when he threw it. It was like a long punt. Unfortunately, Pickens tackled the wrong guy for it, but... but yeah, 14 for 28, 195 yards. But the key came in the key moments. He made key plays in key moments there. So he made the long bombs to George Pickens, conversion with Calvin Austin. Mike Williams stepped up. Pat Freiermuth stepped up. Great little pick play in for the touchdown there. But it was definitely a good game. Now, we did have some injuries. Najee went out with it. Can't remember who else, but I know Najee for sure went out on the injury there. So we'll have to kind of monitor that, especially going into Ravens week. But just a really good win. And against a good team. and we're still the top of our division.
You said some players stepped up there, and it's funny you bring up Mike Williams stepping up. He only had one target, but I guess that one target was all he needed, right?
I mean, that catch was that was a very hard catch. Over the head, he looks up basically last minute, right
Hmm.
into the basket. One I did forget to say, George Pickens had a fantastic touchdown catch.
And a fantastic tackle.
He did. He did. But that catch, I mean, you
Mhm.
cannot say you are not envious of having this
That
wide receiver.
that was really cool. That was really cool.
I just love how the storyline at the beginning of the year is we don't have wide receivers.
Hmm. You definitely have at least one with Pickens. I will concede that. So
Exactly.
it'd be a good guy to revolve your core around. Um, but yeah, it was funny the arm punt by Russell Wilson, and yeah, I don't know if Pickens was just frustrated with that or the defender said something, but yeah, he made him pay with that
He
after he
did.
took him down. So that was the highlight for me. When I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, that is
What would
hilarious.
you call that wrestling move there?
The suspension. That's
we, we might have to do a new segment called Temple's Takedowns.
just
That
some
might be our key new segment
and what
there.
and we'll see what the new what kind of move it is that they take him down with. God. Yeah, I might have to use that one when, this weekend at my next event. But yes, I will concede that was hard fought game back and forth. Going back and watching the highlights, man, Zach Ertz was so close to getting that first down and converting there too. But considering your defense let them score 3 out of the 4 quarters, they did what they were supposed to in the fourth quarter, and that was keep them off the scoreboard and give your offense a chance to win. That's exactly what they did. So, yeah, kudos to the Steelers. They've got a very big matchup this week against the Ravens, division rival. We all know how interesting division rival matchups can be, as evidenced by this game right here. As you can see, the Chiefs keep their undefeated streak going. They keep their streak of wins at home against the Denver Broncos. They have not lost to the Broncos at home since 2015. So let's hear it, Kingdom. How about those Chiefs special teams units that came in clutch at the end there? Wow. Um, any given Sunday, right? Division rival. Everything's going great for Denver right now. They're on the upswing coming into this game. They've got hope. They've got expectations now with the rookie quarterback. He's showing what run the gamut of every quarterback the Broncos have had since Peyton Manning, and tell me anyone that looks even halfway as promising as Bo Nix here. Yeah, Bo Nix comes in with a 2 touchdown performance, as well as a good running day by Audric Estime. We kept him to only 53 yards, but it wasn't the quantity, it was the quality of runs that he had. He was extending drives and keeping everything live for Bo Nix. And yeah, the Broncos had the lead for the vast majority of the game. But our defense, have to give them a shout out, did what they do best, and they stepped up when they needed to. They held the Broncos scoreless the entire second half. Shout out to Kareem Hunt, 65 yards from him. Travis Kelce getting back into the end zone against the Broncos. Always good to see him there. He should have had a second one. Honestly, that throw in the back of the end zone, if he just would have been there a half a second earlier, probably would have got his feet underneath him and maybe would have attempted to come down with that. D-Hop, a couple good catches, 56-yard day for him. We'll go. Oh, excuse me. I had Kareem Hunt at 65 yards receiving. I apologize. It was 35 yards rushing. He had himself a 100-yard scrimmage day. That was what I was saying. He had himself a good day from scrimmage anyway. As far as the defense is concerned, we got a couple sacks there. One from Nazeeh Johnson and the other from Nick Bolton, who, oh my gosh, that is the fastest I've ever seen him run. He freaking just devoured Bo Nix at one point to give the Chiefs a chance to get the ball back and drive down the field and get the touchdown later in the second half, or the second quarter. But yeah, It was a great game. It was a division rival game that we were expecting to see. It was going to be close. It wasn't going to be a blowout in any stretch of the imagination. But the biggest thing was the final drive. I had a feeling it was going to come down to who had the ball last, and we had opportunities to stop them, but Bo Nix with a very efficient drive going down the field, and they gave Will Lutz everything he asked for. He wanted the ball on the right hash. That last play before they called timeout, they go to the right side, they put it on the right hash. So, call a timeout, 1 second left, 35-yard field goal. It's a gimme, right? It's a gimme. Or so we thought. Because if they had the foresight, or foresight, perhaps, the Kansas City Chiefs special teams, can we just talk about them? How disciplined Dave Tobe had this group. They knew where the weakness was on that line, and my God, did they exploit it big time. You had George Karlaftis, Mike Dana, and the hero of the game, Leo Chenal. Freaking bull rush this poor defender. Bust through the line, breach the wall, leap, arms outstretched, and my God, my head exploded. I couldn't believe it. We blocked a 35-yard chip shot field goal with no time left? How often does that happen? I can't think of the last time that's happened except for the kick six with Baltimore and Cleveland years back.
Yes,
I can't think of any other scenario where that's happened. Like, literally obviously it's happened several times in games, but the last play of the game for the win? I mean, Oh my Lord, that is just, I didn't think anything could possibly top the Cairo Santos doinked field goal in overtime back in 2016, that when it hit the upright, from the angle I was watching the TV, I thought it was a miss. I fell to my knees, and when the announcer said it's in, I looked up. I'm like, there's no way. It hit the upright. It doesn't go in if it hits the upright. It goes elsewhere, right? But no, it was good. No one blocks a 35-yard chip shot with no time left on the clock. That never happens, right? I expect the unexpected when it comes to the Chiefs. It's incredible. I just cannot believe it. And now we've got, a pretty comfortable lead, all things considered. I mean, yeah, the Chargers, they've got a pretty easy schedule for the most part. They've got the Bengals coming up too. I mean, I'd be shocked if they lose that one. Might be weird. It might be the only time I cheer for the Bengals this year. But yeah, the Chiefs still 9-0. And yeah, we know what's at stake this week. This is the game everybody's going to be watching. This is the game that everyone that does not have any sort of allegiance to the red and gold, I guarantee you, even the AFC East opponents are going to be going for the Buffalo Bills, especially after how this game ends. They just need someone to just finally just stop these unstoppable Chiefs. They just find stupid, dumb ways to keep winning. It's a load of crap. Can someone please wake us from this nightmare? We don't want them going undefeated and three-peating and setting a record for the most undefeated, for the longest undefeated season and winning a Super Bowl on top of that. Please, will someone save us all? Josh Allen, we call upon ye to liberate us from this tyranny of the Chiefs' kingdom upon us. So,
because we play you guys on Christmas, so I know you're not defeated.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But of course, they've got the Chiefs listed as underdogs, as they would, right? As they would. Let's just take a look here. Let's look at the facts here. So, they play 3:30. They have the Buffalo Bills slated at 53.1% chance of winning this game. Okay. The Chiefs are 2.5-point underdogs now. Now, where have I heard this before? Matter of fact, I don't have to think that far back. Were we not 2.5-point underdogs against the Super Bowl runner-up San Francisco 49ers? Which also, I seem to remember, we played that game at San Francisco. And you might answer this question for me here, too. Where is this game taking place at?
It's taking place at the Bills.
Taking place at Buffalo, where I'm trying to remember what exactly happened the last time we played Buffalo at that stadium. Oh, yeah, it was the 3-point game, wasn't it? So,
to be fair, this is regular season, Josh Allen.
Fire God, Josh Allen, right? So, look, all I'm saying is this: you can hope, you can pray, you can curse wheel all you want, the Chiefs. You can disrespect us, you can dislike us. You gotta deal with us. And here's what I'll say too. Yes, it's the regular season Bills, and historically, yes, the Buffalo Bills in the regular season usually find a way to come away with the victory against the Chiefs. And if they happen to do so this time, I'm okay with it. I am actually okay with it. Will I be upset? Yeah. I'm always upset when my team loses. Who isn't? You should see Trajan whenever the Steelers lose. His own dad punched a hole in his own wall one time. It's just hereditary.
It is. It's a Yinzer thing.
So I get we're the villains now. I get that 99% of NFL fans are absolutely just hoping and praying to God that the Bills take care of the Chiefs this Sunday. But here's what it is. It's Mahomes versus Josh Allen. It's going to be a classic. It's going to be a fun game. Chiefs defense is playing amazing this year. Bills, they've been going through injuries just like the Chiefs have too. It's all about next man up. And all we got to worry about is next game up. And it's exactly what it's going to be this Sunday, 3:25. That's the only game in that slot on Fox and or CBS. So Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, you know it has to be those two calling the action. It's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a fun one. So
it will be a fun one. We are actually in for a treat as football fans this weekend. We got Steelers Ravens at noon.
Yep. We'll be able to see that one.
Yep. And then we got the Chiefs, Bills. And then we got the Bengals versus the Chargers.
Versus the Chargers Sunday Night Football.
I mean, I would make the argument that one of our games should be Sunday Night Football, but the Bengals, they've been putting up points. They've just been losing on these one possession games.
They have my permission to not lose this one. They actually have my permission this time.
I need them to lose this game.
Oh, come on. They're not even competition to you anymore.
No, it's just fun to see them
squirm.
Accept that they are Bengals. You know, it's good. It's good for them.
It's good for the soul.
It's good for the soul.
Alrighty. Oh,
yeah, I mean, I think this. So you're crying on the injustice of your matchup. They have us at 38%. Tipple. 38%.
Hey, you're going up against the MVP though.
The MVP
with a backup quarterback.
Once.
With a backup quarterback.
Yes. I just there's a lot of disrespect on the Steelers right now, and I think we come away with this one.
There you go. A lot of disrespect being flown around, so let's see if our respective teams can earn that respect this week. Let us know down below what you think. What do you think these games are going to shake out to? Man, this is I'm like super stoked about this one. This is going to be this is going to be a fun weekend.
This has a lot of playoff implications too.
It does. Absolutely.
This weekend, I mean, Chargers need to keep going to stay in it. Mm-hmm. You guys, I mean, Bengals are fighting for their lives. Mm-hmm. Steelers, Ravens are fighting for number one, and obviously you guys want to keep your undefeated streak going. But if you lose this game, it drops it down to where the Bills, the Steelers, even, I mean, you'd have to drop a few more games, but the Ravens could even do it.
We at least have the tiebreaker over the Ravens, and yeah, a win against Buffalo would be huge. We'd have the tiebreaker over them too. So, and then Christmas, and when it comes to Chiefs Steelers. If the Steelers are on a hot streak there too, that could have some serious playoff implications too. So a lot to look forward to in the future, but definitely looking forward to this Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Well, let us know what you're looking forward to the most down below. We'd love to hear from you. But in the meantime, thank you everybody so much for watching. Click like if you enjoyed the video. Click subscribe if you really enjoyed it. Tell all of your friends. And boy howdy, we'll be ready to talk about it next week. And we'll see you all here for the Week 11 recap. This is Temple and Trajan, signing off.